up.
Sometimes it just knocks you up, and sometimes it's a heavy.
Yeah. But it's tanks in the archway, not the mob, right?
The mob can be there too.
Right, but I don't want to move out of the archway to get the mob in the archway, right? Like the archway has I think the lowest ceiling, I think.
As long as you, the tank, are in the archway.
Go ahead and grab that skull next before we have Grob come back.
They don't cleave or anything, right? They can point at the raid.
Let him get him underneath here before you start blasting, so they can build a threat.
It doesn't say cleave, Doc.
Go ahead.
And I don't think that poison is conal. I think it's just party.
The attack is
Sunder. Good job.
He's stunned as well.
Those three, we're going to pull them all the way back here, have a hunter pull them back. And
Comes Grob. Watch out.
yeah, wait for Grob.
While this is happening, Jet, do you want to explain Grob?
Yeah, so Grob, see this room, it's a square. The tanks are slowly going to be kiting Grob around the entire square of this fight, slowly. Melee will be behind him, beating him up. We'll designate a pally and mark him. That will be the person that if you get the poison, you run to that pally. Only that pally will be cleansing during this fight. Because as soon as he cleanses you, it puts a ring of poison on the ground that spreads out. The goal here is we kill the boss before the whole room's covered in poison. So that's why we kite him around the big square.
The biggest thing here is what Jet said. We're going to have one person designated to do the dispelling or the cleansing on that debuff. No one else do it. Only that one person. Otherwise, it gets done, like he said, in the wrong spot, and it basically screws us. It gives us less room to work with.
So we want a paladin, not a priest, doing the disease removal?
Yes, it's just easier.
Which paladin do you want doing that knows where to go?
Oh, holy.
After we clear those three, I'll walk the paladins through whoever needs to do it.
Tam, can you send your pet in once Grob is up top in his doorway there?
Yeah, are they linked or one at a time? Now?
They're linked. But we want to make sure we do it when Grob's up top so he doesn't get pulled as well.
Yep, as long as he's starting on the second row of the steps, you're okay. Right now.
I'll get on cross and help interrupt.
Let the tanks get their targets and put them in position. Nobody go out there in the hallway. Bring guys. That bird went high.
Birds can fly.
This is why we tank them underneath these little archway.
Oh.
Kill the skull, single target.
Do they drop threat?
It did there.
I think if the tank gets knocked up.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a threat. I don't want to die.
Jet, you're going to want to grab the pally and walk it through now before Greg goes back down. We have to wait for a reset.
So which pally holy is that going to be you? So when we pull the boss, right? Come with me real quick. So
just so I know.
Yep. So when the tank gets pulled, right?
Rob's coming back.
Damn it. All right.
Get out of there, please, Ranger.
Run!
Both you guys come over to me. It's all right. So we'll use this over here. So assuming, let's say, respecting you're the tank. So respecting is start walking backwards. So he's tanking the boss, right? So whoever gets the bubble, he's going to be dropping poison all over. Right? Every step he takes back, and keep backing up. Go to you. So he's going to be tanking just like this around the entire room the whole time. Slower than that, but he's dropping poison the whole time. The goal being, you as the paladin, you can see where there's an opening, right? Or where there's not poison. So you're going to stand right about where you want to cleanse.
So where do you want people to go? What symbol, Jet, if they get the disease?
They're going to go to the blue. So where holy's marked with the blue square. So if you get the disease, only holy is to cleanse diseases. You'll run to him, and when you're there, he'll cleanse you, and then once you cleanse, get out of it.
And that drops another poison.
Right, it'll drop a poison circle, so you'll want to move, and everybody needs to move out of there. Then you go to the next spot where the cleanse will be. Basically, it's an open, clean spot on the ground as far towards the edge as possible, holy, because we should be able to kill him in one round around this. All healers and ranged will be in the center, pretty much kind of where he's at, so we're in ranged of him. As the tanks, tanking him around, tank's going to be like this. Melee is going to be directly behind the boss, beating the crap out of him. Just be watching for if you get that dot of poison, you need to run to the blue square and let him cleanse you.
So I should just be parallel, close to him like this.
No. So you don't want to be near the tank. You're probably going to be maybe all the way out here, right? So there's one ring around the whole place. You might be standing like right here, where there's not poison. There's poison to the left of me, but not to the right.
Jay, wouldn't he start like
Usually over by the stairs.
Yeah, we're going to start by the stairs,
Right.
and I'm going to walk him back towards where we are right now. Wait until he goes up, and we can get in position, essentially.
So at the start with holy, I can stand with you just real quick to show you one of the spots. Once you see it, you'll be like, oh. It's basically an unpoisoned piece of ground, so that way when the person gets there, you can cleanse them, they'll drop poison, and move to the next one.
Ranged and healers in the center now.
Yep, ranged and healers will be in the center. You may need to move a little bit to stay within range. Don't pull aggro. Everybody's got to watch you through.
So what Jet's saying, guys, for if you want a little more visual now that we're in position, I'll be tanking Grob here, and then backing up as he drops his little poison clouds. The little clouds will expand. That's why we have to move back until he drops another one. Someone will get a debuff where they have to run where Holy is, the blue square. Holy, if you want to run over where Tanko is. Let's just say that Tanko gets it first. He's going to run over to the square, and Holy's going to cleanse him and drop a new cloud. The goal is to drop it further back. Again, we're just trying to save floor space, so we have as much space as possible to try to kill Grob.
And then as soon as, and for Holy, hold on. So he's going to run to you. So run to me, Tanko. As soon as he gets there, Holy, you can go out like this and just cleanse him real quick. Then move to the next safe spot, wherever the next safe spot is.
Be like, no, you're just falling like this.
Yeah, we're just going to follow this path. All right, Grob coming down, guys. We can probably do this, so go ahead and get ready.
Okay, so go ahead and hold. Just make sure tank has to get solid aggro on him before you guys start nuking, and watch.
You mentioned that nobody get in front of him.
Right, don't be in front of him.
And also, there's an ad that pops out from the tank.
Yep. Melee should be able to beat the crap out of that.
Yeah, you'll be on like his rear side haunch like you were for patch.
What? Hurt my name?
Here we go.
You're going counterclockwise, Val.
Yeah, I'm going to start here just because it's easier to grab him.
All right, here we go.
All right, someone healed right away.
Right, full attack.
So where I'm at, Holy. This is the next safe spot. See what I mean? Don't be in the green poison, but you want to keep backing up. Hot rats, run to the blue. To the blue. To the blue.
Nothing the poison.
Guys, group up on the side, basically. We're almost rails in it. We got 2 people hidden by those slimes. Make sure you stay behind them a little bit.
Watch out.
Melee has melee.
can't do it in the party. It'll just mute the party.
Please stop standing in the poison.
Get out of the poison, people. Billy, run to the blue.
And may lead me for 2K.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Tank's gonna pick this one.
Oh wow, we had a poison go off in the middle. Watch out, everybody, for that poison coming at you in the center. Need to move a little bit faster, though. That's good.
Kill slime.
Cal, run to the blue.
Don't be in front of the boss. You know,
Don't get in
spawn
that
multiple. Slime on me.
Nation, run to
Hit
the
it.
blue.
Nice catch, Doc.
Very nice job. Hold ready, run to the blue. That's how you one-shot Grob.
That was
Yay!
They must have changed the clouds because they used to persist and the room would get completely
Yes.
filled up. They were
Yep.
disappearing before you guys even made one turn. It's dumb.
Well, they expanded out quicker for the ones that were cleansed. I was surprised.
But they didn't persist, so it made the fight just retarded. It's easy.
Yeah, the room used to be filled with the poison.
Wow.
You would be backed into a corner. You couldn't move. You were trying to DPS them before you ran out of time. Yeah, that
Healy Mace.
Yeah, that's for a druid. That's a druid weapon.
That's
Not
anybody that wants 95 healing.
That's a shadow priest mace. That's a shadow priest mace.
Okay, everybody be careful when you come up here.
Yo, guys, a few bosses down.
Yeah, you guys can come all the way up here.
We need to get Stoop back up or is he mowing his lawn?
Congrats on your shoulders, Leah.
Oh, is it time for the pipe boss?
Yeah, so just for the people that have never ever done this, where the orange circle is, I can walk right off and get on this pipe. If you try to jump off from the right, you're going to fall down. It's just easier to summon you back.
And don't go into the pipe.
Don't go into the pipe. Do not go into the pipe. Get out of the pipe.
Start taking damage immediately.
This thing has gas.
Yeah, so in the pipe, it's going to do nature damage. One nature resist pod will alleviate it. Yet there is a hole in the pipe on the left-hand side, so as we're walking through, you'll want to stay on the right. The second we get to the end of this pipe, we have another boss. So we need to talk about that before. Do we have any warriors with shout that slows them down?
Piercing Howl, I think it was Hinge and Red, right?
Yeah, I got it.
We don't have extra pallies. We can't have a pally doing that. So we're going to have the warriors running around.
I got a kite stuff.
Yeah, demoralizing shout will get their attention. The other one will slow them down if they're getting too close to you. The ultimate goal is during this fight, we'll have a big dog we're going to be taking. Right? Let him get him in a position before you do DPS.
Yeah, if we've got strap over holy water as well, that's going to help a lot.
Yep. So, but during this fight, we have the ads. No sense in DPSing them. They have like a ton of hit points, and we need to get them around. Partway through the fight, the boss is going to do a yell. All those ads will get like 95% of their health will go away, and then they'll only start training to the boss. If they make it to the boss, they heal the boss. So when the boss does that yell, our goal is burn all those little ads down before they get to the boss, so we're not fighting the boss.
After the yell, are they frost novas or any of that to slow?
Yep, you can frost nova, you can slow them.
Did you want mages helping with that, by the way, with like Blizzard? Is that going to help at all with Hinge?
So what would help is if there's one mage that maybe runs around with Hinge and helps, only use your Frost Nova if they're getting too close. Because if they hit you, they daze you and all that. So don't be using any aspects that's going to cause daze.
Yeah, I'll put on my shield for kiting. And,
yes, they hit hard.
Am I going to be spending more time kiting or DPSing? Because I can just go full tank here.
Kiting.
Alright, I'll go full tank.
There is an AoE fear, so definitely get fear wards up, at least on the tanks and then on some of the melee as well.
You can range it, healers and ranged.
So what mage is going to be helping out? Ads.
Open to volunteers.
Said I'll do it, but I think it'll help if there's two. Just if all we're doing is laying down frost novas, we can take turns.
Yeah, just the key is don't use the Frost Nova except as a last resort. We want to be around him. He's going to get aggro. If they get too close to him, that's when we want a Frost Nova to give him time to get away. And then we still got to run with him, because if we're not with him, we're going to get the aggro. Hunters slowing traps help in this too.
So are you trying to get any hits on these guys? Or like
What I usually do is the ones that aren't targeted on me when I'm on the warrior, I'll run up and hit one or two of them. That way I can build rage, because you're going to get rage starved.
Right.
You can get away with two-handed at the start just to build enough rage, but you're going to want a shield in case they start getting close.
So on this, Olaf, whoever you want as main tank, you'll want a second tank building threat as well, because he's the boss is untauntable, and you get stacking debuff mortal wounds. So if it gets up too high and we're not doing enough damage, we'll have to switch tanks.
Okay, so one just stops attacking or whatever, and swaps you over.
Correct.
Yeah, you need two tanks, basically 1 and 2 on the threat table. Constantly building threat. When the stacks get too high, the other tank's going to just overpower with more threat.
Yeah, you
All right,
could
why
pop
don't
one or two.
why don't you start, and I'll do the first switch.
Okay. Healers, remember you want to be at max range. We're going to pull Gluth back to the corner on the far side of the room by the doorway. So just make sure you're not out of range.
Biggest thing to tell everybody is when we drop down, nobody should be DPSing the boss until the tanks get them back to the door. You can look down the pipe at the very end of the hallways of the door. That's where we're going to tank the boss, facing that door.
Right.
Range should be as far back as they can possibly get because you can range the fear. Melee, well, you're going to have to stand.
So we need healers on the 2 tanks, and then we need healers on the kiters.
Usually have one druid run with the kiter. That's just easier. That way they can throw hots. Because one healer should be able to keep the kiter up.
Range doesn't have to be stacked on top of each other. You can outrange fear, though, so just make sure you're max range. And then if we do get a decimate and we start having the zombies walk to the boss, we have to burn those down as quick as possible before he gets them. So just as long as you're in range and you can see those zombies and take them out if we need to. Definitely keep an ear out for that, because Jet's going to call for it and we need to burn him down quick. Like even melee, turn and help out on those.
Yeah, because the decimate's the most important. That's the time where we have to kill the ads, otherwise he kills. So everybody should be blasting. If one ad makes it, there's 10,000 health.
I read about healing in the tunnel might cause problems too. Does hots in the tunnel cause initial aggro issues?
It may. I would definitely say if you've got a nature protection potion, pop it, even a small one, like that's going to help as we run up the pipe.
Yeah, what we always do is the tank and the tank healer stop at the very end of this pipe. Everybody else stop. Tank and healer drop. Let the tank hit them, then everybody drops.
All right.
Do a ready check. You guys need to see it. It's pretty straightforward. The challenge is it gets a little crazy while we're kiting and then have to blow away all the ads in a very short period of time.
Is it the same as Wrath, where there's 3 grates in the room that the ads spawn from?
Yeah.
Because I remember doing this at Pally Tank, and there's a path, there's like a figure 8 that you can do to melee them as they spawn, so they don't aggro on healers and stuff. And then you work to the next one, and you do a figure 8 as you're kiting, as you're slowing, but you hit them a couple of times to get them off healers, and then you keep going. Otherwise, the healers are going to go by skeletons.
Right.
Then as much as you can do that hinge, I'm sure you'll get a feel for it quick enough.
Yeah, we actually use a pally doing that.
I mean, does Stoop have kings?
It's a heavy mana because it took 2 innervates. But
okay. All right. Let's give it a shot. That is everyone ready. I'm going to do a pull timer. Remember, if you have a nature pot, pop it before you stand in that doorway and are eating something.
And make sure you stay to the right side of that tunnel because there's a hole on the left-hand side.
5.
Everybody, here we go. 3 seconds.
3,
2,
2,
1. Into the tunnel. Make sure the tank is the first one to drop down.
Secret tunnel.
Add Cal. Tank's got to be first.
Where's my healers? Don't go down. Ooh, friend.
Let him get him to the door, guys. Heal him. Let him get him to the door. Keep back.
Had a trank shot. Got too far away from my healer.
Super far.
Olaf was too far from his.
Yep.
Yeah, I said we're taking him to the far doorway, so we got to watch out for that.
And you can't taunt him, so if he loses aggro, you got to everybody back off until he can get control. Oh, we lost the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tank.
Oh, that's gonna be done.
Say, do I need a res one?
We'd have to build threat back up.
At least so we could look at it.
Stop.
The tanks are down, so at least right now you can focus on see the ads. How much should be hitting his ads?
Yeah, it's going to be all DPS on the boss when we're not dead.
People blasting the ads.
Doc, one of the things you want to do is be as far as you want to hit him once, then run. Hit him once.
Yeah, I can't get threat on them. They're all over Stoop and Leofa, and I'm not sure what's getting them there.
This is practice you need. Is like I said, you should be able to swipe and then just run.
Yeah, big point of thing here is just remember, if you are not a tank, don't be hitting those zombies until it's called for. Like, you're only supposed to be on the boss.
And don't use Frost Nova unless you have to. See how Hitch is right now?
Okay, so get killed. Alright, I'm gonna taunt this guy.
That's enough dead. Let's definitely wipe it up really quick so we can get back in here and give it another shot.
Biggest thing with these zombies, right, like I said, is let them focus on it. We should be focused on the boss. I saw some early Frost Novas. I know it's an instant reaction to help, but that takes the aggro off.
Like, if you're not hench, Rit, Stoop, or Doctor, do not touch these ads at all.
Because they should be able to hit them once. Have enough aggro that they can just turn around and run. And do the same thing with the next one. If they're not getting aggro, that means somebody hit them.
I'm not understanding something. You said don't use Frost Nova, but...
Unless you have to.
Well, what are we supposed to be using instead?
Nothing
No,
unless you have to.
No. You do use Frost Nova at the end when they all turn and they go towards the boss.
Right.
When you hear the
hold
call
on.
to DPS them, yes. Otherwise, you're not touching the ads at all. You're only on the boss.
Hold on. Zed is with Hinch. So Zed is Hinch's insurance policy. So what he'll use Frost Nova for is if there's a whole bunch of ads and they're getting really close to Hinch to where they're going to hit him, then he hits them with Frost Nova and then continues running.
And I don't see a problem with me using it because if they come after me, not a big deal because I'm running around with Hinch.
Yeah, you're fine. What I saw during the fight, though, is we had about 3 Frost Novas go off. Not yours. You were fine, Zed. But what that does is that pulls aggro off the tanks, freezes them in spot. So if that mage isn't running with the tank, they're going to change direction.
Okay, now I'm confused. Thank you.
So I take it we are releasing and running back?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Because we got to run through the pipe.
Pipe bus.
Renova
Frog.
tried to dive it.
More,
Didn't work.
Just please.
more chances at the Frogger boss.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Frogger boss.
And
Stupid
the pipe.
Frogger boss.
And the pipe boss.
We mark that down as like progression points when we're recruiting. Frogger and pipe boss dead.
Yeah, 17 to 17.
Like 17 of 427.
Also, to reiterate what Jetor said, don't anybody touch the dog for like a really long time. He's got to move him a super far long way.
Yeah, there was dots. There was all sorts of stuff on it.
Hang out and pick your nose. Go get a cup of coffee or something.
I had plenty of threat. I just outdistanced my healer. Healers, I have to get into that door quick so we can start DPSing it quick. So you might have to leapfrog each other to get it back there, so we're not out of range.
Yeah, I don't think they realized how far you were
Oh
going.
no,
Hanging out on the street.
with me. Did someone, when they get there, get Gigi? If you're interested.
Stoop.
I love how the weak aura says "stupendous man, idiot."
Someone link that or I need it.
I do not want that word. That is terrible.
Give it to me.
Alright, I'm gonna kick respecting of the raid.
What?
Trying to get people killed.
Ow.
I threw that at you.
I'm kicking Duh out of the raid.
Yeah, so respecting, he gives the balls out, or, more people have the balls, but, like, you can only throw 2 to whoever's in your group.
I see a snowball, I blame respect. That's how it works.
I wondered why I couldn't throw it at someone. I tried throwing it at respect, but it wouldn't let me.
I can swap groups and let you do it.
Go, Dark! You almost made it! Yay!
So those little zombies were hitting for about 400, which is not a whole lot when it's one, but when you got like 10 of them, you die fast.
Right, and that's why the mage is with you, because you can take a couple hits. But if there's about 8 of them and they're almost to you, then Zed needs to stop them so you don't get hit with 2,400 damages.
Please don't stand in the mouth of the pipe.
Because other than Zed, the other mages really shouldn't be using their Frost Novas at this point. Let them kite around the fort. I know it's an instant reaction to do that, but only Zed should be the one using the Frost Nova. Now, when they get decimated and they're down to 5% health, yes, you can use your Frost Nova all you want, because we want to slow them from touching the boss so we have time to kill them.
Xiang looks confused. Can we summon him, please?
Come on. Come here.
Summoning portal over the edge of the pipe.
Tanker, did you jump down?
I'm gonna take put the summoning portal in the Frogger path. Oh, never mind. You got summoned.
Who would put the summoning portal in the Frogger path?
I saw a video of someone doing that. It's pretty funny. But pretty neat. Next time. You gotta summon someone in the Frogger path. Summon.
Tango.
I was just trying to do Shank a favor.
What happened?
And instead you inconvenienced Straight Daddy. I'll remember this.
50 DKP minus.
Be careful, I heard how he drives.
Alright, let's get these buffs up. Give us another shot.
I go through like 10 of those more likely.
Paladin who had Mike, can you redo that? Sorry, misclicked.
If you're kiting, make sure you take off salve.
Hey, Hitch, could you mark yourself?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I am star.
Warlocks and mages, we should be hanging out at the very start until he's to the back door. We shouldn't be DPSing. We shouldn't be Frost Noving. Just let Hinch grab all the mobs and run around the room. Yep, just make sure you're not DPSing until he's to that back door, then that's actually correct.
No access, he's ready.
Okay, we do a pull. Healers, tank healers, be ready up front.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Remember, stay on the right hand side.
Getting gassed. It sucks.
Alright, healers.
Here we go. Let him back him up. No DPS. Time to bring yourself to full with healing. Fear in 2 seconds.
Oh, I did not have fear.
Tunnel up.
back on bat.
Got him at the door. Go ahead and yes, buddy. We got zombies on the healers.
Yeah, keep that fear going up as best you can. At least on me. And Olaf.
Please get these zombies off of me.
I got him off here.
Alright, Olaf, I'm going to start easing off. I need you to build threat.
Yeah,
Move first guy.
Doc needs an insurance policy too.
Okay, I'll be your insurance policy. What's up?
It fell off.
Just threading the.
Burning this boss.
Yeah, the healers are out threading it.
Yeah, they're out threading.
Oh, I got caught.
The piercing howl is not enough threat on that big group.
Back up. Hunters need to step in.
I'll jump on.
If hunters want to kite,
Kill them. Kill the ads. Kill the ads.
It's too late. The boss was like on top of him.
Yeah, but at least you can see right now is where you would Frost Nova, do everything you can to slow them down, kill those ads before they get to the boss. Nobody should be DPSing the boss, only DPSing. Only the ads that have them.
Yeah, that's what.
So I'm going to try to pull the